today. From Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
Two touchdown passes last week.
Passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 86 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses who have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
On the move to his left. He hits his target, Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, Right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at it, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one shot. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. And he is going to have the first down here, but hold on. As there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Block off a play action. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Steps away to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll dump this off to Akers. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. After the turnover, here's Locke. Rolling to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Colby Parkinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Locke going to try and throw for it. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard. Here in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Deshaun Watson, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On play action, Locke. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Locke again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Locke going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there, because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they...
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf as time expires in the first half. Now the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Antonio Gibson, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Kadarius Toney, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Daniel Jones leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And he's been magnificent as we start to roll on all these touchdown passes he's had so far. It's been fun to watch.
It's been almost poetic, hasn't it? Captain, my captain. And this captain is playing so well and leading his team. As you mentioned, the great number of touchdown passes. He's looking really, really sharp.
Now maybe he just wants to add to that total, right?
And why not? More the merrier.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He lets it fly from Lockett. This is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they get a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Going right back to Akers.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now it's Lockett.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for Seattle.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Locke working out of the gun. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Locke now on 3rd and goal. Out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense, as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. They've got his man complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. It's a big play there for Seattle.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run it with Carson. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Third and 2, Locke's going to throw. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Locke. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. On the handoff, it's Akers. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
They'll run here with Akers. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want
a leap, and he will make the catch. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. They'll actually throw it with Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call play...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Vita Vea make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Let's do a review of this game. I go up 44-0. 44-0. Aiden. Buddy. Good old pal. $44-0. Lopsided. Very lopsided. Holy fuck. Well, since that's over, shout out to Megan. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Madison. Maybe. Who knows? 51-7 is your final. We dismantled the Rams. Week 9 is going to be against the Dallas Cowboys. So with their defeat, the Rams lock themselves in second place in the division. Put themselves officially a game back. With the 49ers also losing, they move back to 3 games back, and the Cardinals go to 4 games back. So